Hey Boyd, how you doing? So, back on my A's. Annabelle. God, that cover comes in dark. Yeah, I really do need to get better lighting. I know. I am not a professional. Can you tell? Okay. So, I have said ever since The Conjuring first came out that the original movie, one of the strongest segments in it was the Annabelle segment. Apparently, a lot of people thought that because, well, they decided to do a spin-off. Did they need a spin-off? No, they really didn't. That said, I've, a long time ago, in my first year, I reviewed the third Annabelle movie. Because I was reviewing a bunch of movies that I had been not seen at the time. And Annabelle Comes Home was one of them. And I actually gave that one a pretty positive review, because that movie was fun. It had a lot going on. It was like a haunted house. I liked it. That said, Annabelle was fine. I mean, didn't really need it. And also with Annabelle Creation, despite further confusing me, like, I remember liking Annabelle Creation. But considering you see pretty much the creation of Annabelle in this one, or at least so you think, it's weird. But I'll cover that one later on. Annabelle. It's fine, but unnecessary. I don't know. There's just something about this one that felt very by the numbers. Well, The Conjuring, now it's been seen and overdone, seen so many times that, yeah, it feels that way. At the time, it was kind of a standout haunted house movie. Annabelle feels very safe. Feels very exactly what you'd expect. It doesn't do anything with the premise other than rehashing what you saw a little bit and then going into kind of the build-up there. Now, there's some parts at the beginning, the whole cult aspect and how they handle that segment with the before the doll comes into play with the cult activity. That part's terrifying. That works. Also, I will say this elevator in the apartment segment was unsettling. That was a very creepy segment. That was working. When they're doing these more minimalist things with just build-ups like that, it was working. That said, right after that elevator scene, when she's climbing the stairs, and you see pretty much the devil crawling up after her. The jump scare is okay in that scene. I will say that. But like when you see just the doll rising up, the demon just peeking around, it's like, the more we see this demon, the less scary this gets. They overshow that devil. The doll itself looks already creepy as fuck. Work with the doll, not the demon. And then we have the whole convenience of them moving into an apartment building because, you don't want to live in the home where all these cultists just died. And they find the magic black lady who knows about this sort of thing and comes in to solve all their problems. Have I actually touched on the plot? Do I need to? Okay, fine. So, then newlywed couple, or I don't know about newlywed, but couple, one rather pregnant, are just living their lives, doing their thing, when the neighbors have a little bit of an issue with their daughter who is running around with the cult. They show up out of nowhere and murder their parents, and, well, then they end up getting involved. One girl, I believe named Annabelle, is the one who is pretty much finds the doll and her kind of crazed, I like your doll, and dies holding it, her blood dripping into the doll. And we're led to believe that's what possesses it. Annabelle Creation seems to posit something else, but more on that when I actually talk about Annabelle Creation. So, and then haunted house things start happening, including the house pretty much trying to burn down around her. So, they move, and the doll follows. And the doll the doll and, well, the devil, the demon behind it, wants her essentially her baby. The baby is born, but a lot of these accidents seem to be targeting the baby and happening around it. So at first they'll think she's crazy until, well, even the husband is seeing some weirdness happening. And then the magic black lady tells them it's a demon and what it wants and how to get rid of it, and you pretty much, it goes in very by the numbers, and that's what Annabelle here is. I mean, it's kind of like The Nun. These spin-off ones are very by the numbers. Now, I do know the Annabelle sequels are better than Annabelle. I have not heard so much about The Nun 2, but I haven't even bothered to see it yet. The Conjuring universe did not need to be a universe. It really did not. The first movie's good. Second movie's good. It didn't need to spin off. I mean, the Annabelle sequels are good, but this one? Not really. I give it 4 MacGuffins. I mean, this one, from a lot of the things, this could be a 5 or even a 6 MacGuffin movie, just with what's here. But the lots of potential that's really causing me to penalize it. I get mad at this movie because there's a lot of things that do work, but then they turn around and do something that does not. So this movie, like Annabelle in The Conjuring, was terrifying. This movie seems to make her less scary. How did you do that? 4 MacGuffins. Best I could do. Alright, Floyd.